Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. I have a starting soon now. Wow. Anyways.
Drumsticks, cake mix, watermelon, taco shells, soda pop, lemon, apple, olive oil, Cheerios, green grapes, purple grapes, lettuce, pretzel, corn, ketchup, orange juice, hot dogs, chicken noodle soup. Toy food like real food, but it's toy food, not real food, do not eat. Toy food like real food, but it's toy food, not real food, do not eat. Sweet peas, strawberries, salt and pepper, french fries, garlic loaf, refried beans, bananas, red pepper, green pepper, crinkle fries, ice cream, turkey chunks, chicken chunks, tuna chunks, fudge. Toy food like real food, but is toy food, not real food, do not eat. Toy food like real food, but is toy food, not real food, do not eat. Hamburger, donuts. Hamburger, pizza. Hamburger, carrot. Hamburger, helper. Green beans, oranges, pea pod, pineapple, croissant, potato, spaghetti, baguettes, potato chips, tomato soup, pickle, cookie, niblets, milk, peas, gourd, meat. Toy food like real food, but is toy food, not real food, do not eat. Toy food like real food, but is toy food, not real food, do not eat. Toy food, toy food.
Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Wow. 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 Hi. Hi. Hello. Okay. So. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Oh my gosh, yeah. You are my #1 fan. Anyways. So. The reason why I'm in MS Paint and not Krita is because, well, I have a plan and it involves MS Paint. Because, you know, if it was Krita, I wouldn't be able to do it because that would just be too much. Anyways, so the idea is I am going to go through my Genloss Spotify playlist. And my Spotify playlist just has a bunch of songs with lyrics that, you know, have something to do with Genloss, in my opinion at least. And I'm going to make everything about Generationless today, so I hope you have fun. Anyways, hold on, my mum is telling me I can have a blondie. I'm telling her to come to my room because I'm streaming. Hi! What do you mean? anyways, yeah, I'm probably gonna start after I've had a blondie or something or whatever. But, so, the idea today, of course, is to, do the thing with the thing. Hold on, I'm gonna change the thing. Hold on. Okay. Screen capture. To this. Wow. Okay. So, this looks terrible. This makes even me overwhelmed. But it's going to be even more overwhelming after I'm done with it. So, you know. Ha 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 ha. Also, is the audio good? Show. Is the audio right? Is it not too loud? Is it not too quiet? Is it just right? I'm just asking that and waiting. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. I am sending this to people real quick. Blah, 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 blah. There. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, smile. Let's start. Okay. So, this looks like a disaster. I'm just gonna be basically highlighting every single thing when it comes to generation loss and the lyrics. So, these obviously aren't all the songs that I have on my Genloss playlist, but these are the songs that I specifically wanted to talk about. The first one being Crisis Actors by Lemon Demon. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is basically I'm gonna just, highlight, put a line behind or under everything that has some kind of, meaning when it comes to generation loss. Hold on. There. Oh my god. Hi, Adam. Okay. Let's just start. Gonna see real quick if I can. Hold on. I promise. This is gonna be good. I promise. Okay. Okay, starting off, I would like to, I'm sorry, my brain is gone right now. Okay, we're starting. The Crisis Actors studio and stuff could, allude to a lot. Studio. What does that remind you of? I don't know. Give her like a bulb or something. I don't know. But okay. What does the studio remind you of? Or also the name itself already is a thing. Crisis Actors. Crisis Actors. Interesting. Hold on, somebody's running into my room. you. Bye. Yeah, alright. Anyways, my mother's here. She's leaving now. Bye. Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I thought you were calling me insane. How dare you? Anyway, I've got food now, so smile. Anyways. Crisis actors. So, starting off in general, the entire thing surrounding the concept of crisis actors, of course, is like this insane conspiracy theory about how there are people that act out certain disasters and stuff. So like exactly like what happened when COVID happened. People were like, it's not real, the government's lying to us, all that stuff. And that's basically the entire concept of this. But with generation loss, I'm thinking it would be the other way round. So they're still crisis actors, actors to make people think that, something is happening, but in the other way around. So there are people that make others think everything's fine, and the crisis is just a show, which it's actually not. So this would allude to the show for employees, the peoples. And the show for employees, more like just show for in general. There are disasters happening, such as, the murders. Yet, show for is like, no, it's just a show, we made it so realistic, but it's just a show, nothing's happening. But there is something happening, of course. The studio would be the mall. The crisis actor studio would be the mall. And of course, actors also, actors would be the cast of Generation 1, Generation Loss. All that good stuff. Okay. Would you like to see all the things they never show you on TV? I mean, there's not much that they don't show you, but they definitely, in the start, don't show you that, they don't show you all of the crap that's happening behind the scenes. Also, some things they never show you. Never. Which could allude to, like, the filter. It could mean the filter is on constantly, all that stuff. Because, of course, in the scene in episode 2, when Charlie was basically being gutted, the filter was on. Because, he was happy, he had slime in his stomach, all that stuff. But then the filter broke for a second, and he went, whoa. And then, if they say, would you like to see, it could be show for, oh my god, hi Askas, thank you. It could mean, stuff about, thanks, show. Stuff about, how, the, oh my god, where was I going with this? I got sidetracked, hold on. Would you like to see all the things they never show you on TV? So, this could also be interpreted as Showful being like, oh hey, by the way, we're a unique company. Normal TV shows or stuff like that, or movies, they just, like, show you certain things. and the behind the scenes stays behind the scenes. With us, the behind the scenes are real. You know, like they're trying to tap into the meta thing or whatever. But of course they still even if they, of course the show is all made and constructed to be like, oh, the behind the scenes are a real thing, but also not. So it's like they're trying to do two things at the same time. They're trying to cover up and say that it's actually a story, but they're trying to make it as realistic as possible. So something that not many other companies do. Okay. All of this, your baby's alive, your family's fine, all that stuff, that's the employees or the whatever PR team, I don't know, of Showfall. They would be like, oh yeah, this is fine, this is fine. It's all not real, you know, in the show, when it actually is. You know? Or it could be interpreted the other way around, that they're telling the truth. Or wait, no, they're not telling the truth. Oh god, it's hard to explain. Anyways, that part always trips me up. Whenever I listen to the song, I kind of imagine all of these things, and then that part I have to like kind of roll around in my brain to make it make sense. I know it does, but it's a hard thing to think about. You know, imagine a time when dinosaurs ruled the earth. We can rule the earth. You know, so they want to take things over. They want to expand, like, you know, a company would. Interesting. Like Showfall. They've been leaving clues unobtrusive 23s and 42s. Those who do the math have been known to end up drowning in the bath. Hold on. Here, basically, they just talk about probably the trailers of Genloss on the YouTube channel. They've been leaving clues, you know, all of those videos that probably might show Hetch, you know, to get getting the audience interested for Generation Loss, you know. So like that would explain like all the trailers being like you know, don't conform, blah 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 blah, super ominous and seemingly about this person that's trying to help the people that have been caught. So, but it could also mean they've been leaving clues. You remember how in some scenes in Generation Loss, Genloss Rambo sometimes kind of breaks out of it. Well, physically, not mentally, but physically, and they kind of tap SOS on his hand. That could mean something, you know? Hi, I'm looking through the songs that I've got in my Generation Loss Spotify playlist, and I'm basically explaining why I put them in there and kind of doing an analysis on all my thoughts on the songs and why they would fit Generation Loss, at least Generation 1, or the story in general. But thank you for calling it interesting, Adam. That makes me happy. Anyways, those who do the math have been known to end up drowning in the bath. That would probably, you know, be referencing people that actually do understand that this is not a show. And Showfall will be like, I don't like that very much, and would probably, I don't know, kill them. You know? The names of the odd, you know, I I don't know what Neil Cicerega meant with this, so I feel like I'm yeah, something like I feel like I feel like I might be kind of twisting things to make it fit the Generation Lost narrative, but you know, it works. If it works, it works. So, you know, Names of the Odd, can't really think of a thing like that. I know there's something in there, but I can't get it out. The problems are real though. The future was sealed? Question mark? When dinosaurs ruled the earth? Anyways, the problems are real. Let me just, sketch something out for a second. I wonder if that was real. Huh. Was that a problem? Was that a problem that we, or they, tried to overcome? Are they real? You don't know. The future was sealed when dinosaurs ruled the earth. Jesus Christ, that was terrible. When that could mean Shoful trying to justify basically how maybe Genloss Rambu's future was sealed, you know? Like, everybody's future was sealed, that means his was too. Or, it could, you know, it could mean many things. The future was sealed. I personally am not very sure about the everything was predetermined, blah 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 thing, but I do believe in the loop theory. So the future was sealed could mean, you know, it's happened so many times before this. It probably will happen again. Okay. Anyways, moving on. We can rule the earth if it happens again. I'm sorry, my sisters are here. Hold on. Get out. Get out. Okay, they're gone. Anyways. Also, the whole thing about this song is it sounds very upbeat, but it's about a very, you know, interesting conspiracy, kind of. Like, people are like, it was all faked, all these disasters, the pandemic, it was all faked. And, you know, for how upbeat and lively and jumpy the song is, it's interesting how, you know, how far it actually goes, how deep it actually goes. Remind you of a show? Remind you of a show? Maybe Generation Loss. Yes. You know, how upbeat the first couple of episodes are? Huh? And how it's actually much darker? Or how they try to include conspiracies, basically, into their thing, like, oh, it was real, no, it wasn't real, yes, it was real, no, it wasn't real, this didn't actually happen, you know, all that stuff. Thank you, Adam. I'm very happy. It's a silly little guy. I can also make him sad, by the way. Okay. Anyways. Hold on. The Creator manual just opened again. I really have to change that thing. Okay. And so basically we're done with this bit. Malevolent gods are better than none. That makes me kind of feel, whoa, like, Hetch? Hetch is the god? I don't know. Gods could be interpreted as the people who pull the strings. So, malevolent gods are better than none. If you don't have anyone to pull the strings, who's going to run the show. So, I mean, I guess, but, you know, it's kind of in that grey area. Anyways, also to show you guys how many songs I added onto this. This is only just the start. I've got many more. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Next song, Spiral of Ants. Oh, buddy, this is a big one. I honestly, my theory with this one is it's a song that is so fitting. I as soon as I listened to it after watching Generationless, I just thought, oh my god, it's exactly like that. Okay, Spiral of Ants. Okay, let's get the introduction to the concept of a spiral of ants out of the way. Basically, a spiral of ants is what happens, I'm pretty sure, when the leading ant, you know, the one that gives all the other ants directions, they walk in a single file line that way. When the leading ant that gives the pheromones, stuff like that, I don't know. When they get lost, the ants don't know where to walk, so they start following the ants behind, and they start following each other and end up in this endless spiral, this endless loop. In this endless loop of death, because they basically exhaust themselves by you know, constantly walking after each other. They constantly go in a loop, and because of that they die of exhaustion. Interesting. Anyways, talk about only being let go after you've, you know, fulfilled your purpose, or when you're not usable anymore. You know. So like the going in a loop till you die of exhaustion. Anyways, so even the title's meaning already has an entire thing behind it that just totally backs up Generationless. Okay. The circle rules your life. First off, the lyrics beforehand are also important, but the circle rules your life is a big one. Going back to this. The circle, the spiral, the constant loop, just over and over and over and over. Your entire life is spent in that loop, because you can't find your way. You can't break free. It's a loop. You're being controlled by the pheromones, the harmony, you know, as an ant could also be used to refer to someone that is in a powerless position, or a person with very little power. Like, I could crush you like a bug, like you're like an ant compared to me, all that stuff. As an ant, of course, everything you do is controlled by pheromones, and ants work together in a massive colony, like, you know, the cast and the employees in Showful, a massive colony, and you all basically get controlled by these pheromones as ants, and you don't have free will. You've got to fulfill your purpose. You've got to keep going, you know? You've got to keep doing it as an ant. You're a worker ant. So that already ties into a lot that Generationless is about. Consuming the colony, you know, the mole, the Showful employees, all that stuff, just the entirety of Showful can be considered a colony. And the entire colony is getting consumed by this spiral, by this constant loop. This death march until you've fulfilled your purpose. and your purpose being living in this spiral and walking, just constantly walking. Okay. Chop chop, don't want to be late, lift up and carry your weight. You've got no choice but to dance in a spiral of ants. That is a big line already. Lift up and carry your weight, all that stuff are basic. That's ant puns, lift up and carry your weight. They can carry like bajillions of times their weight. I love ants. So, that's already something, but all that stuff. But you've got no choice but to dance in a spiral of ants. You've got no choice. Like I said before, you have got no choice. There's pheromones and you are being controlled, with ants, the bugs, it's willingly, I guess. I mean, it's kind of their entire life's purpose. But so, it would also be for the show floor employees and cast. It's their entire life's purpose, basically. Or so it has been assigned. Like when you put a vacuum in an app. What the hell? No. But yeah. You've got no choice but to dance, like I said before. All that stuff. They've got no choice. Their entire purpose in life, or so it has been assigned to them. I can't even hear the music. I took my earbuds out so I can focus on what I'm saying. All that stuff. You've got no choice. You're being controlled. It's your entire purpose. Hi. And that's that, Anyways, true bugs might laugh in your face, don't worry, you're leading the race. That all, kind of feels like Showful encouraging the protagonist, I don't know, of the show to keep going. Stuff like that. I don't know. That stuff's more like, that stuff's more stuff that we haven't figured out yet. But you can't remember where you came from. You can't remember where you're going. You can't remember knowing. Does that sound familiar? Maybe it's my favorite part about Generationless. Okay, see you, show. But maybe that's my favorite part about Generationless, Rambo doesn't know where he came from. Just complete mind control, everything's gone. Can't remember where you're going. Remember where you're going? How could someone remember where they are yet to go? Loop. And you can't remember knowing. The mask, the mind control, all that stuff. I'll just mind control. Okay. And you are one ant. That's basically to emphasize how you are alone in this. Or at least how you feel alone in this. How you are just a silly little fella in this massive operation of many others like you, but you're just one. You're only one of the millions. Sound familiar? One of millions? Maybe because that's literally word for word a line in one of the Genloss trailers. One of millions. Huh. It's almost like millions are being mind controlled by this massive thing. That's crazy. The pheromones are self-avoiding odyssey. I would say something about this, but I'm too scared that I don't understand what it means. Self-avoiding. Like, mind control maybe? I don't know. self-avoiding. You avoid yourself. That's basically what I'm thinking with that. But whatever. They talk about consuming the colony again, goes back to the circle of ants, the final whatever the hell. The circle rules your life. Don't run out of breath. Don't feel surrounded by death. They want them to keep going. They want them to keep going. Take the wheel. This could be your chance in a spiral of ants. They want Rambo, or at least the protagonist, the hero, the person that plays the role of the hero. We weren't supposed to help Rambo. We choose rather. The show ends by Rambo's death, or it continues. Yeah, at least I believe in the loop theory, especially with this song. This song is basically how this song is the reason why I believe so much in the loop theory. It's just the spiral of ants. It just keeps going. Because every single other bit of the song is, it fits with generation loss. Why wouldn't the spiral be, the loop be there as well? But anyways, take the wheel. This could be your chance in a spiral of ants. They are saying that basically they're kind of making up this backstory for the hero. They decide this person has been. Oh, hi. What I'm doing right now is I've grabbed a couple of songs from my Generation Lost Spotify playlist, and the songs that I've put into it, I'm analysing right now and kind of giving reasons for why I put them in the playlist and why everything, and what it has in common with Generation Loss, the plot and everything. But they want Rambo to, or the hero, I believe that Rambo is just an actor that plays the hero. The only thing that died in the final scene, how I interpreted it, is the character of the hero. So, that's the only thing that died. The character died, but the actor is still intact. Anyways, they want the hero to take initiative. They are plopped into this. Thank you. They are plopped into this random situation. Waking up in a mysterious cabin. They don't know where they are. They can't remember what happened beforehand. They don't even think about what happened beforehand, cause Oh wow. Stay safe. I hope you're okay. But they, all that stuff. They want the hero to take initiative. Become the hero that, they were scripted to be. And in the spiral of ants, once again, in this loop, in the way that things are going right now. And, all that stuff. Okay, false bugs, you'll soon be alone, see how they drop like a stone, blah, 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 blah. False bugs, you'll soon be alone kind of makes me think, back at the true bugs bit. They go from, oh wow, you're just a little ant, all these people that are better than you are look down on you and everything. And all that stuff. But then they suddenly, switch to, false bugs, you'll soon be alone. They suddenly, thank you. They suddenly change their attitude towards other people from they're better than me and they're looking down on me to I'm better than them, and all that stuff. And how they'll never, be part of something great like this. And, see how they drop like a stone could also, refer to the cast. The many times that we've seen, Charlie and stuff, and Sneak, and all these people, how all of these people have died, and how the hero, the character of the hero, or at least Rambo, has kept seeing these people just, just come back every single time after dying. So, they could be like, oh hey, look, they're dead, all that stuff. Just, yeah, this is I'm sorry, there's a lot going through my head when it comes to this song. Anyways. Oh yeah. You're free to dance in a spiral of ants forever. Emphasis on forever. In the spiral of ants once again. You keep going and going and going and going. The loops keep happening. Anyways, and this bit is just the best. Now you remember where you came from a spiral of ants. Now you remember where you're going, to a spiral of ants. You've got to keep it flowing. So, you remember, and you come from a spiral of ants. That's all you can remember. You can't remember anything beforehand. Nothing. Just the spiral of ants. Like in the scene where Hetch was like, blah, I'm dying, and he had like this thing, and Rambo was there like, what the hell? When that happened, of course he told him, he asked him where where do you come from? And he was like, And when he asked Charlie was like, oh, I grew up in a cabin. Yeah, that it is from Lemon Demon, yep. But when he asked Charlie was like, oh, I grew up in a cabin. And that's all he can remember. The things that he can remember are the loops. And that's it. The half of my... Okay. Alright, quick backstory on my Sona Pond underscore. The reason why they're missing half of their head is because they're gas. That's it. I am gas. I've been eaten. Hump. Anyways. Anyways. All that stuff. You remember where you're going. You keep, obviously you keep, the loop. And once again, they're emphasizing how you are one ant. You are one person in this thing. You are one person out of millions that go through this. Okay. And the peak of the song here, the overwhelming humming, we already talked about that. Creating its own gravity. Before we knew it, we became a hurricane, and the bugs who laughed got blown away as we proclaimed the circle rules your life. So. Creating its own gravity. The showful, of course, is the colony. I have not seen that show. I might watch it. But anyways, the the colony is showful, and they are creating its own gravity, or at least they used to, because that's what I'm gonna get at in the in the next couple of bits. But anyways, they they created their own gravity. They created this thing. Everything revolves around the around the show. Everything revolves around showfall. Everything revolves around the show. The show could be interpreted as real, could also not be. You don't know. And then before we knew it, we became a hurricane. Everything is pulled towards them. They're going, everything's, going around them. All that stuff. The bug suit got blown away. It's good, I'm trying to think of things to say, because I've got many things in my head about this, but it's kind of hard to express them out loud, I guess. All that stuff, and the bug suit got blown away. That could be people that aren't part of Showfall, or people that didn't like Showfall. Basically, this just feels like Showfall succeeding. So like how Showfall was they're making these productions and stuff. Maybe they were a company with former glory or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. Okay, next song. Which one is this? Nightmare. Okay. So this is one of the songs that I seriously debated making an animatic on. Only problem, it goes too fast. So it's kind of hard to draw all of these things, in these little time frames. This is an interesting one. Yeah, I believe that the actor, they can bring back actors even if they've been killed off. They can bring back the actors. I believe that the characters are the things that die. Yeah, too many thoughts, too little words. That's exactly what ADD is like. Anyways, Nightmare. This one is a good one. Okay. This song, basically, general thoughts, like the two other ones. General thoughts around this are basically how about how Hetch, Hetch, the guy, basically around how he, in the final scene, in the final scene, the box scene, Hetch keeps telling Rambo that it was his fault, that everything was caused not because of Hetch, not because of the show, but because of him, that he let all those people die and all that stuff. And by who's that song? Avenged Sevenfold. It's a metal song, kind of, I guess. Is the only song that I've ever listened to that had like super duper shouty lyrics, but anyways, hold on, I just have to do something real quick. Let's see if I can let me just, whoa, crap, hold on, I just I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out. Let's see. Yeah, it was a it was definitely a scene when the box scene happened. It was so cool. It was so cool. Hold on. I'm just trying to do something. How do I do this again? Wow, this is hard. Whatever. I'll do it in a second. Once I finish talking about this one. Anyways, okay, Nightmare. The whole thing around this song basically is how Hetch was trying to, blame Rabu for what happened during the show, which is interesting because, it was a show, it was scripted, so all that stuff. Okay, sorry, I'm very distracted right now. Okay, your nightmare comes to life. Makes me think of something. It makes me think of the show. That's what it makes me think of. Okay, hold on, I'm going to retry doing this. Just a second, it's gonna take a bit. Real quick. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Okay. Alright. Oh, not much. You didn't miss much. I'm just, trying to do... Yeah, I was trying to do something. I did it. It's all good. Everything's good. Anyways. Yeah. Okay. Nightmare. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to business. Okay. Down below to the Devil's Show. Basically, the song itself... Hold on. The song itself, Nightmare, is about probably just this guy who is who is thinking... What? Basically, the song is about this guy, probably, I don't know, who is dragged into hell, I'm assuming, and whenever he tries to wake up, it's not happening. Yeah, your chats are going, it's fine. Basically that makes me think kind of Rambo, of the hero and all that stuff. He's been trapped into this, in this place, and it's horrible. The things happening around him are terrible, and especially, and whenever he tries to wake up, he can't. And especially now with the Devil's Show, what does that remind you of, huh? What does, what does show remind you of, Yeah. And the devil could be, seen as Hetch or the founder or whatever. Basically, the show that this person is running. Thank you. To be his guest forever, to be his guest forever, to be the person that runs this whole operation's guest forever, would again mean, it could be seen as being controlled, again, with with all the stuff that I said before. And then peace of mind is less than never. So there is no peace of mind. There is no happiness. Just like how Rambo said, I'm pretty sure in a later stream of his. Oh wait, no, it was a Tumblr post. Rambo said that Generation Lost Rambo, nothing, well, at least in a stream, I'm pretty sure he said that nothing, that there is no happiness in Generation Loss, and then in a Tumblr post he said there was only one bit of happiness, and that was when he saw the sun. So only when Genloss Rambo sees freedom does he smile, or does he feel happy or in peace. And so during this show, while being this entity's guest forever, there is no peace of mind. But while he's being controlled, there is no happiness, not even artificial happiness. Okay, twist your mind is, okay, this could be seen as two things. Okay, hate to twist your mind could mean, it's kind of an inside pun. It basically means, I don't want to gaslight you into something, which is exactly, entity, I mean, like, Hetch, or the founder, or Shoful, or whatever, these beings, these people, or this thing, this show, this living show, it would be seen as the devil, and to be its guest. When I say entity, I mean the thing running this operation. But because obviously Hetch isn't the big boss. But okay, hate to twist your mind, but God ain't on your side can be, seen as a double-sided joke. Twisting your mind, which is the thing that which is the thing that Hetch has been doing to all of these people constantly, or the founder has been doing to all of these people constantly. Shoful has, because this song is, as I see it, in the perspective of Hetch, during the final scene, the box scene, and Hate to Twist Your Mind is ironic, because that's what he's been doing this entire time. He's been controlling him. So, I've never drawn Hetch before, I just see him as a smiley, kind of. Hate to twist your mind, but God isn't on your side. God ain't on your side. Again, Hetch is consistently blaming Generation Loss Rambo for all of the things that happen throughout Generation Loss. During the final scene, he's like, this is your fault, you let them die, how could you? And this could be seen as an evil act, so God isn't on his side. God would, when it comes to what Hetch is saying to Rambo, God would be ashamed, and Rambo would have been doing the devil's work, or whatever. Which is interesting, because the devil can also be seen as Shoful. But whatever. Blah, 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 blah. This line, I kind of can't think of anything ever. In the air, that's again, a hell thing, because of in hell, people being tortured, whatever. That's just got to do with the song. Such an easy soul to steal. This has a little bit of thing in it. An easy soul to steal, which would imply, Yes? Okay, whatever. Hold on. I'll just talk. Which would imply, that Hetch does think internally, obviously Hetch is gaslighting Generationless Rambo in his final moments to think that he was the one that caused this all, and whatever. Maybe also gaslighting the audience, because honestly, the audience was the social experiment. So gaslighting the audience into killing him. The reason why Charlie is the villain is because of the first episode. That's literally it. But yeah, Easy Soul to Steal. That would again mean that Hetch isn't the one that was to judge over Rambu's soul. More like he was the one that was corrupting it. So he knows he's brainwashing this guy into doing things that he doesn't want to do. So that's got a little bit of things in it. Sun and Line will they ink numbers in your head. You're now a slave until the end of time. Nothing stops the madness turning. Wanting you only pull the trigger. You know, that stuff. I feel crazy. I'm sorry. I can't really get it out, but there are so many thoughts going through my head. You're now a slave until the end of time. You know, like with the constant loop and everything. You're a slave to the show, to Showful Media. Until the end of time. Once again, loop theory. Nothing stops the madness, all that stuff, you know, that there is definitely madness going on, and it isn't being stopped anytime soon, so, you know. Okay, and this bit, again, is Hetch gaslighting Rambo into thinking that he was bad. You should have known the price of evil. Hetch is calling Rambo evil for letting all these people die, you know, on his watch and stuff. Well, they were the one that did it. They were being controlled. Oh yeah, I'm guessing the mini game is more of like a teaser. The reason why Slimecicle's thing was the villain would be because of episode 1, probably. It was probably just the villain was probably just seen was probably just a teaser to episode 1, because Charlie dies for Rambo ultimately, so it definitely isn't anything under there. That's something that we shouldn't really look into. There's not much there. It was just a teaser for episode 1, because this isn't like a complicated story. The reason why this feels complicated is because we haven't got the full story yet, and because it was so short. So because Rambo themselves also said, silly villain, Rambo themselves also said that they are not going to try to make this super overcomplicated or whatever. Yes, there is, I'm pretty sure Rambo said in a stream, I'm sorry, Rambo watcher here, I watch every single stream, I'm pretty sure he said in a stream that, that they took inspiration from Black Mirror. Or at least they make a lot of jokes referencing Black Mirror, so it wouldn't be too far out to say that they took inspiration. But, okay. Yeah, Sneak was the Taken, and that's, you know... I mean, that bit I haven't quite figured out yet why it's called the Taken, but it could also be referencing episode 2, as in, you know, in episode 2, all of these content creators, were had like little titles underneath their names, and these were all very generalized things of how the audience sees them. So like with Nikki, she just had nice, and the way she was acting was she was crying just constantly. Of course, there are so many people on the internet that have just seen her as a crybaby, which is, not true. And the only thing that people can say to defend Nikki is to say that she's nice. So I guess the taken could mean an inside joke with Sneak in his chat, referencing that he has a wife or something. I don't know, but that's a theory I saw on Twitter somewhere. But I'm not sure about all that. Anyways, back to the song. Hetch is trying to basically gaslight Genloss Rambo into thinking that Hetch is seen as the savior in the first bits, but he's not. That's why he's seen as the savior. It's for a plot twist, but and he says it hurts to know that you belong here. And it's your nightmare, of course. So Hetch basically is saying of all of the things that you did, it's your fault that you're stuck in this loop, or that you are dying by the hands of a live audience because of these things that you've done. Basically, confirming Generational Rambo's biggest fear, because this does crop up a lot throughout episode 3. It's just Rambo thinking to himself, like, oh man, did I really let all those people die for me? And Hetch, throughout the episode, is reassuring him, like, you did what you had to do to get out. But in the final scene, Hetch is, for dramatic effect, is gaslighting Generational Rambo into thinking that he was the cause of all of this, and perhaps also gaslighting chat into, the audience into thinking that he is the reason and all that stuff, and that should be reason enough to kill him, And hold on, okay, we're all good. Anyways, all of that stuff. Your nightmare comes to life. Rambo's fear of being judged by the audience, of being perceived by the audience still. No, he's definitely not the founder. No. In one of the trailers it says one of millions. There aren't exactly millions of people inside of that mall. So it can't be that Hetch is the founder. Anyways. Okay, I'm just going to start focusing on the songs now instead of chat, because otherwise this is going to be like a 9-hour long stream, because I still have bajillions of songs to go through. Anyways, blah 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 blah. Your nightmare comes to life. That's Rambo's biggest fear. You can't wake up in a sweat because it isn't over. It's never over. All that stuff. Still dancing with your demons. Victim of your own creation. Once again, Hetch gaslighting Rambo. Beyond the will to fight where all that's wrong is right. That's referencing hell, of course, in the song. But hell itself could be a reference to Showfall. Where hate doesn't need a reason, loathing self-assassination is, again, I'm pretty sure Hetch saying, like, oh, blah, 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 blah. You put yourself into this situation. You've been lied to just to, he's been brainwashed, into thinking things, into doing things. Okay, see you, bye. And they have the nerve to tell you how to feel. So Hetch is now also blaming Showfall, which is hilarious because that's something that he did throughout episode 1, 2, and 3, acting as the savior. So now he's taking Rambu's side again to try and, gain his trust a little more. They medicate your brain. They literally do they literally do have things going inside of Rambu's brain with the mask. And they do control him through that mask. You slowly go insane. I mean, speaks for itself. And while you slowly go insane, they tell you, given with the best intentions, help you with your complications. That's a very corporate thing to say. So basically, in this song, you can hear how the place that this person ends up in is hell. But this hell is also seen as a very corporate thing. No emotion at all. So you're slowly going insane, you're stuck in this place that you don't want to be in, and yet when you try to call for help, they just give you a response that a company would give you if they didn't have the time of day to spare for you. Given with the best intentions, help you with your complications. Oh yeah, sure, we'll help. They don't care. Here again, you should have known the price of evil, and it hurts to know that you belong here. Again, Hetch gaslighting Rambu in the last bit. No one to call, everybody to fear. Of course, in the episodes, the hero, Genloss Rambu, was constantly fearful of every single person they came across, except for maybe in the carousel, because those people in the carousel he saw, of course, as victims. But he fears everybody, really. He has no one to call. They don't have any backup. They don't have any options. They have to do everything themselves. Like in the final episode, Rambu tried to get out and say, well, the cops can handle this. I can't handle this. I need to leave and then get the police. But still, they can't, because they can't leave. It's not possible. Your tragic fate is looking clear. It's Rambu being judged basically by this entity being Hetch, and the audience. The audience is the thing that judges them. And Hetch knows that they're going to die, because he's coercing. Well, I'm not sure if coercing is the right word, but basically blaming everything on Rambu and making the audience believe that he is a bad person and that he deserves death. And then he starts shaming. Then when he says he does want to die, Hetch starts shaming Rambu, saying, oh, our hero would rather give up than entertain the masses, and people will think still that it's a bad thing to do, and they might still vote for die. It's a lot. But I'm pretty sure Hetch also knows that the audience loves them, but he is trying to make the audience that maybe doesn't have experience with the hero, maybe he is trying to make that part of the audience, think that Genloss Rambu is a genuinely bad person and did all these things and refused to help, because in the second episode when Rambu was stood there and Ethan and Austin were about to die, he grabbed play pieces, or he grabbed nail polish and I think like fake food, toy food or something, and they were the same colors as Ethan and Austin, and basically he knew they were going to die. Once again, loop theory, but So you can see he still has at least, you think at least, some kind of consciousness in there, despite being put on full NPC mode beforehand. Hetch is saying basically, you were still kind of there, you still could have done something. And he's making the audience believe that as well. Okay, and this bit is the bit that I wanted to animate, this entire bit. Fight, not to fail, not to fall, or you'll end up like the others. I mean, if you fail, you end up like the others, being side characters, maybe? Dead? Could be. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of the people that Generation Lost Rambo was trying to save ended up dead. So, you know, if you fail this challenge, you will end up dead, or you'll be rescripted, which is also a thing that happens with the rest of the crew. Basically, Rambo gets rescripted no matter what, but the character definitely just dies. Yeah. Die again. Loop. Drenched in sin, or at least as Hetch sees it, with no respect for another. This is again Hetch trying to give Genloss Rambo this sense of self-loathing, and trying to get him to get the audience to kill him. Down, feel the fire, feel the hate. Your pain is what we desire. This soul is just hell. But your pain is what we desire. That could, hold on. There. I'm just going to do this. Your pain is what we desire. Of course, the pain is the entertainment when it comes to Generation Loss. It is the thing that makes Generation Loss so exciting, and whatever. It's watching a character suffer through certain things that at least Hetch believes it makes it watchable and entertaining. So the pain is simply for entertainment reasons. Lost hit the wall, watch it crawl, such a replaceable liar. Replaceable. Again, the role of the hero is just a role. It's a character, and many people can play. They've got millions of people in their establishment, showful, that they could replace Rambo with. And, you know, obviously, they might, when it comes to Generation 1, the social experiments, they might replace him, and they might keep him for a different show. Because, you know, but seeing as I believe the character, the hero, dies, that would imply that all the previous times that it's happened, the audience has chosen to let the person live and to have them do this again. The 9 dots puzzle theory. I don't know what that means. Please explain why talk about this more. Anyways, you know, they've got loads of people in there, all that stuff. You hear their voices calling from above. This bit of the song, by the way, gets very, like, this always, like, yelling and stuff, and this is, like, the heavens descend upon you. So as soon as he says, I know you hear their voices calling from above, it becomes more calm and like, godly or whatever. And I know they may seem real, these signals of love, because the love isn't real. It's fake. It's not. It's all scripted. Everything is scripted. But our life's made up of choices, some without appeal. You know, they made Rambo go through all of these choices. None of them were good ones. None of them could save them. And, well, like, more like they made us go through choices, but Rambo believes it's them that went through all of these choices, and it's them that was fulfilling the social experiment. But, they took for granted your soul. The audience, probably. The audience saw Generation Lost Rambo and was like, oh yeah, we'll do this and this and this, maybe because it's funny, but they didn't realize that it was actually impacting Generation Lost Rambo as a person. But of course, once again, the entirety of Generation Lost, the social experiments, is played off as just a show. Blah 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 blah. You shouldn't learn the price of evil. Blah 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 blah. And this, once again, is just Hetch talking about how Rambo did this to themselves. Whew, okay, first row of many done. Hold on, I think just... Alright. So that's the first row done of the millions. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 more to go, and we've gone through 3. I'm gonna try to not read into things as much anymore, because then it might, get very, then it might take a very long time. Plus I have school tomorrow, so whatever. Lifetime Achievement Award. Yay! I love this song. Okay. By the way, this entire time I've had a brownie next to me, that my mother gave me at the start of the stream, and I have taken one bite out of it. Lifetime Achievement Award. Lemon Demon song once again. It's surprising how many Lemon Demon songs fit into this. Maybe because the person that made this show is Rambo, and they used to listen a lot to Lemon Demon, so they probably would have gotten a lot of inspiration from it. Anyways, that's one of the things I tell myself to try and convince myself that my theories are true. But Lifetime Achievement Award. The entire thing around this is how there's these ominous, there's this thing, there's this entity, there are these people that are, this company maybe, that are bringing back music artists to make them perform more. Now let's change music artists to actors. They are digging up people from the grave, digging up actors or music artists out of their graves and bringing them back just so they can perform again. Basically, this is the whole death, living again thing. I'm not sure if I'll go through this in detail. I'll just kind of skim through it, see which things are very important to say, because I do not want to be streaming for too long. Okay. They loved your throat and quote unquote, they loved your throat, that's fine, whatever. And quote unquote, you. The reason why quote unquote is so important in this is because, once again, the hero is a scripted character and not Generation Lost Rambo, really. The person. The person is long gone. So they're saying that basically the chat, the audience would think that they know Generation Lost Rambo, but they don't, quote unquote. They're their favorite character. They loved you. Die-hard fans. But, they don't actually know you. They think they do, but they don't. Delta Echo Alpha Delta, that's like military talk or whatever. It stands for dead. So, Delta Echo Alpha Delta. Walking on the Moon, that's just a Michael Jackson joke. You're dead and buried. You're dead. That's being revised. He's being brought back to life, you know, all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. Even as we speak, we're synthesizing blood and organs, synthesizing heart and soul, getting this character, or this person, this actor, back to their original state before they died. Even Katy Perry knows you're dead. Won't she be surprised when you come back to life? You know, all these people think that these actors, these characters, because it's still played off as a show inside of a show inside of a show. All these people think that the characters that are the actors of the characters are dead, but which they are, but they're being brought back to life. So it's like, whoa, plot twist. And the way "Won't She Be Surprised" is said in the song is very upbeat, like, oh, won't she be surprised, you know? When we get your heart to start tomorrow, when you see the chart tomorrow, you'll be number one. They were definitely expecting a lot of success coming from the social experiments. They were definitely doing this to try and regain maybe former glory or whatever. It's like you're having a day. It's like we know what we're doing or something. I feel that bit would be not very accurate because the first trailer of Generationals, I'm not sure how much of it is still, you know, canon, but the for puzzle. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, the Showful logo is, of course, this, and inside of it, there's, the Genloss logo. It's the same thing. But, yeah, and that makes people think, that Showful is not the big bad guy. There's definitely something more, which there is definitely, because we haven't... Okay, so in the social experiments, the only place that we have seen this logo specifically, not this one, but this one, the only place was the button. Because Rambo gave us a picture of the button after Generation Loss, and the button was the only thing that had the Genloss symbol on it. Not the Showful one, the Genloss one. So, I don't know what it is with that button, but it makes me suspicious. Anyways, you've been gone for way too long. Like half a year, an entire career for some. Like Hetch said in the final scene, everybody's use ends at some time, you know? And then being confined in the box that kills him. Also the Showful logo being around cube. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it definitely, yeah. That's interesting. Anyways, good luck getting into heaven. If you live past 20, that doesn't make sense, but good luck getting into heaven. You know, how I went about Hetch in the last song. Hetch is like, oh yeah, this is all your fault. You're going to hell if you die, which he's not, because he's going to be brought back, but, you know. Put you back in circulation. This could mean blood circulation, like getting their body's blood circulation going again, but it can also mean, probably, I'm thinking, don't check me on this, I'm not sure if I'm being very correct right now, but this could also mean, like, get you back into this mind-controlled state that we've brought you and everybody else in. Oh, but you never died. Interesting. This is a very interesting thing, because I feel like there is something in here, but it wouldn't make sense. But it does feel like this has weight to it. But you never died. I mean, I guess you never really died because you came back is what they could mean, but blah, blah, blah. In a cemetery you can't shed will always bring you back. There's nowhere to hide. Don't be frightened of us. Soon enough you're gonna love us. Just remember, this is your last ride. This is them in the song. I mean, with Neil Cicerega's intentions, saying like, if you're scared of us, yeah, I get it. But basically, if you're scared of us, don't be, because this is the only way you'll this is your second chance to life. Which of course Rambo doesn't want, because he doesn't want to keep living under these conditions, but fill up your lungs, feel better, blah blah blah, looks you good as new. Being brought back from the dead, new hands, new throat, new living tissue. You were in this new purpose. Whenever I hear the word purpose or see the word purpose with something that I'm trying to connect to Genloss, I always think, oh, because of that one trailer that says everything has a purpose, not always the purpose you think. And I still don't really get that line, but there is something in there, definitely. So, just because this is the word purpose, I'm like, ooh, neuron activation, pew! Lifetime Achievement Award, the things that they have done in their lifetime, blah, 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 blah. This is the best line of all. From the grave to the stage. It's just the best, because he's dead, and then he isn't. From the grave to the stage. As soon as you die, you've been brought back and been, repurposed again as an actor. You're back on the stage again, right after you die. It doesn't matter, When you see the Trent tomorrow, you'll bring number one again. And this is a Michael Jackson thing. I'm pretty sure at the end of Thriller, I watched Neil Cicerega's explaining thing about what's it called again? Spirit Phone. I thought he said this was at the end of Thriller by Michael Jackson, because of course this is about music artists. Due to my strong personal convictions, I wish to stress that this record in no way endorses a belief in the occult. And that feels like something Schofield would say at the end of Generationals, the social experiment. I'm gonna be very honest, it sounds like something that Schofield would say at the end of the social experiments, that this show in no way endorses a belief in the occult, in the things that we are doing. Basically saying, this is not true, even though it is. Okay. Moving on. I'm gonna be faster with this, I swear. This one is short. I chose this one because I like this one. Let It Happen by Tame Impala. This song is really good. Okay, this is from the perspective of Rambo, of the hero of Generationals Rambo. It's always around me, all this noise, not nearly as loud as the voice, saying, let it happen, it's going to feel so good, just let it happen. So, brainwashing. That's the simplest I can put it. Everything's happening around them, but they can't do anything because nothing is louder than this one little voice in their head saying that it has to happen for the sake of the show. Try to go my shadow. There's something in there. I don't know what, but there is something there, definitely. An ocean grown inside, now all the others seem shallow. They're basically NPCs. Bearing down on my shoulders. And then, I can hear an alarm. Must be morning. This part in the song, where he says, I can hear an alarm. Must be morning. There's an actual beeping alarm that goes off in the background of the song. And that makes me think of the part where Rambo was trying to get Charlie to wake up while he was streaming. And while he took off the headphones, I'm sorry, this is, I'm not doing my best right now. While he took off the headphones, Charlie was like, what the hell? Like, whoa. What the Jesus, What's happening? And, with the alarm going off, exactly, the fire alarm, the smoke alarm going off, behind the scenes, which we could hear in the show itself, exactly at the second that Rambo took off Charlie's headphones, as Rambo took off the thing that was controlling him, exactly at that time the smoke alarms went off, and there was, Charlie wakes up. I can hear the alarm. Must be morning. He was waking up from the control, or at least, maybe he still had some control in him, but he was waking up from the full control. And as soon as he got those things off his ears, the only thing he heard was an alarm and Rambo telling him to wake up and come with him. I heard about a whirlwind that's coming round. The whirlwind could be seen as Showful, the company, whatever. It's gonna carry off all that isn't banned. They're gonna take stuff. They're gonna repurpose it, whatever. And when it happens, I won't be holding on, so let it happen. Basically, Rambo, they can't do anything against it. They can't. They're stuck. And the voice here is telling them to just let it happen. Just let Showful win. All this running around, I can't fight it much longer. Something's trying to get out, and it's never been closer. That just makes me think, like, they can't fight the mind control much longer. They're gonna be fully controlled, and it's hard not to be, basically. If my takeoff fails, make up some other story, but if I never come back, tell my mother I'm sorry. This feels like before the social experiments. It's life beforehand. I don't know what this would be referencing, but there's definitely something there. And this bit is really cool. Now I'm ready, moving on, but maybe I was ready all along. Ready all along, I mean, I guess, loop, maybe? I'm ready for the moment and the sound, but maybe I was ready all along, all that stuff. Okay, next one. Is this the really long one? No, it's not. That's the one under that. Borderline, also by Tame Impala. Very good song, and in the official Generation 1 playlist. So, I like to believe my theories on this one have a bit of leverage. And might be canon, mayhaps. Gone a little far this time in something. How was I to know that this high came rushing on the borderline, dangerously fine. Gonna have the strangest night on Sunday, if I am not mistaken. Let me search up to see if I am mistaken. Hold on. Pause. Wait, no, that's Google. I need to go to YouTube. Oh my god, I can see myself. That's crazy. Hold on. No, I don't need to go to YouTube. I need to go to Twitch. Rambo Live. Generationals. This one, and this one is the last one. When was this? I need to see when this was exactly, precisely. When was this? Does it not? Hold on. I need to check and see. Hold on. I think it's on my cupboard. I put down the dates on my cupboard. Let me see real quick. The 28th was that on a Sunday? I think it was. Not completely sure, but I think it was. Okay, wait. I remember the 24th was, I think, on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, the video, the live FOD, whatever, it just automatically goes on the YouTube channel. So you go to bed, smile. But I'm pretty sure that the 24th was on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then the next day I had to go to school, because I know that for sure. I did have to go to school the next day. Because I was a bit pissed off because I had to stay up till like 3 in the morning. Or 2 in the morning, yeah. And so there was a day in between. 25th, which would be Friday. The 26th was Saturday, definitely. But the 27th, that would mean... hold on, I'm... yuck. I don't know how to figure out if this was on a Sunday or not. When was this? Because it was not precisely 1 month ago. Oh wow, I'm hungry. Yeah, I don't. Hold on. Because on the YouTube channel, I don't think the VODs were posted on the same day as they were broadcasted. Don't think so, at least. When was this? Yeah, this was the 29th of May that it was uploaded. 20. Okay, I'm just gonna search up. What's the 28th of May? 28th of May, 2023. Well, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? I was right. It was on a Sunday. So, I'm gonna have the strangest night on Sunday. Rambo specifically put this on the Generation Lost playlist, so it was planned to be on a Sunday. That's all I wanted to say. It's not very important, but that's all I wanted to say. Quite a show for a loner in LA. Show, you know, of course, Rambo used to live in Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure. And now doesn't anymore, because now he is in New York in, I mean Generation Lost Rambo. Now he's in New York in the show. Smile. I wonder how I managed to end up in this place. Dunno. Where I couldn't get away. Dunno. You can't escape. He's stuck. Forever. We're on the borderline, caught between the tides of pain and rapture. You know, so he's like either just completely devastated, which he is constantly, or just whoosh, which, I mean, I guess, like, entertainment, like the and the yeah, you know. I don't know why I'm making these sounds. Entertainment. That's the between the tides of pain and rapture, basically that just feels like saying, you know, of course entertainment, the entertainment industry and everything is super dramatic to, of course, catch the audience's, you know, attention, all that stuff. So, I mean, I guess. Then I saw the time watch has been by like a train. He doesn't know how long he's been there. He said in the final episode, like, how long have I been here? And Hetra's like, don't worry about it. Will I be known and loved? No. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be really, really sad right now. No. Is there one that I trust? I mean, Not really. Starting to sober up. The mask, maybe. Stopping. Has it been long enough? This. Has it been long enough? Have they been in this place long enough to leave? Obviously, they haven't, because in the end, Hedge is like, no. You leave when you've outlived your purpose. Have they outlived their purpose? No. So, this is them just being like, can I leave? Or, no, they can't. Blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. What the? This wasn't in the song. That's weird. Anyways, moving on. I'm trying to find more stuff that I can talk about. Yeah, no, there isn't. Okay. Next one. Moving on. Who Wants to Live Forever by Queen. This is gonna be a quick one. I was gonna do an animatic on this, but because there are not a lot of lyrics and basically just instrumentals, it was gonna be very boring. So, yeah. This is a very packed one, though. There's no time for us. There's no place for us. I mean, no, there's no time. They're running out of time. The show is impending. They can't run. They can't run from the show. There's, and there's no place for them in the normal world anymore. What is this thing that builds our dreams yet slips away from us? Now this. Because whenever this is asked, what is this thing that builds our dream yet slips away from us? Freedom. The thing that builds their dreams is freedom. Yet the only thing that they can't reach, and with they I mean just the cast and RGB trio. The thing that they want to reach, that builds their dreams, that is the only thing keeping them doing anything at this point, is freedom. But it's literally the only thing that they can't seem to get. Who Wants to Live Forever? Who Wants to Live Forever? La 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 la. Oh, what's that square-shaped thing? I wonder. Wow, that's crazy. Anyways. Yes, it is. Don't worry about it. There's no chance for us. It's all decided for us. Scripted. The whiteboards in episode 3 had all the plans and even the bats. It had all the plans. Everything was planned. Everything was scripted, except for the last scene. The last scene was not, in my opinion. This world has only one sweet moment set aside for us. And this is the line that destroys me every time I listen to this song. 'Cause I just think the only sweet moment the only sweet moment set aside for Rambo, the only thing that could release them from their shackles, was death. The one sweet moment set aside for them was death. And then again, Who Wants to Live Forever? Goes back. Who dares to love forever? Rambo, they found their friends. He tried to save them. And as normal Rambo said, in one of his streams, by choosing to save Charlie, he sealed his fate. Which honestly is kind of weird, because Rambo did say that if they were to escape, they would have just been caught by security or something on the outside. But also in the show itself, they would have been possible to get to the doors. They would have probably been caught after they left, but it would have been possible to get there before the employees started shackling the doors, if Genloss Rambo hadn't chosen to save Charlie. So loving, who dares to love forever? Loving is what, obviously in a platonic way, otherwise that would be disgusting. But loving was the thing that ruined it. When love must die. And when I was making the animatic, that I have decided not to do anymore, this bit was bits of Rambo during their final moments remembering helping or being told by Snee that he's gonna come back for him, and then also a memory of trying to help Charlie out of the vicinity. And then when Love Must Die, I was planning on animating the two seeing Rambo while the box closes in on their head. And this stuff is nothing. And we can have forever, we can love forever, forever is our today. I mean, yeah, kind of is, because forever goes on forever. Forever is every single day for Genloss Rambo and the cast, because it keeps going. Keeps going. Even if it's not in the role of the hero, Genloss Rambo, the person, definitely still is in that place. In when it comes to my theory, it definitely. Yeah. All that stuff. The show must go on. Another Queen song. Really good song to sing. Hi. It's oh god, I love singing this song. This also kind of hot take in music, I guess. I was at work yesterday, and I was chilling, and then suddenly I hear a Queen song on the PA system, and I'm like, oh my god, and it's Somebody to Love, and I fucking love that song. I love singing it. It's really good. It's really good, but the thing is, it wasn't just it wasn't just Queen. It was a cover. And it was covered by this guy who thought, okay, I'm gonna sound really mean, but who thought that it was okay to not sing any of the high notes, except for at the peak. So he could do it, he just chose not to, except for at the peak. And then when there's somebody to love, when that bit happened, when they go down, he had a fake fucking crowd do that. He didn't even sing it himself. And it made me really angry. And I wanted to stream yesterday, but the only reason why I wanted to stream was so I could talk about how terrible it was. Because, first of all, he didn't do a good job. Second, if you are a professional and very popular, specifically very popular singer that can hit very high notes as much as Freddie Mercury, if you can hit those high notes, you can't cover a Queen song and then decide not to go all in. Because I know, as a person that has not had any vocal training for any part of my life ever, as a person who has, it was terrible, who has literally no experience with, professional singing, only someone who sings to themselves when they're alone at home. When I am alone at home, I go all in. I turn on Spotify, I turn on Somebody to Love. By the way, it was also my favourite song to sing. Rub it into my face, why don't you? If you're going to cover a Queen song that's going to be full of high notes, especially if it's my favourite, you know. But when I am alone at home, I specifically turn on Someone to Love by Queen, and I hit all the high notes. Not to brag, but I, a teenager without any experience in vocal training, professional singing or anything, I can hit the high notes, and if I don't go all in, I don't feel like I'm singing it correctly. Okay, so that was my rant. Anyways, The Show Must Go On. It's also a very good song to sing, together with Who Wants to Live Forever. It's also got quite a couple of high notes, all that stuff. I'm terrible with low notes. I'm amazing at high notes, or at least I feel like I am. Okay, empty spaces. What are we living for? I don't know. What are you living for? Entertainment purposes, perhaps, maybe? Abandoned places? Mole. I guess we know the score, you know, on and on. Loop. Does anybody know what we're looking for? No, they don't. They have no aim, except for to entertain the masses. Another hero. This bit is very, very important. Another hero, another mindless crime behind the curtain in the pantomime. I know what a pantomime is because I go to England every year and I go with my family to the pantomime and we see a fun little show. And it's basically a very upbeat version of a musical, except they talk and they're very excited and they change certain things in the story that it's based off of and everything. And another hero, obviously, the Generationless, the hero, the Rambo. Another mindless crime, mindless. He doesn't know he does know he's committing the crime, but he can't help it. He can't help it, because he's being controlled. Behind the curtain. Behind the curtain, behind the scenes, that's what they show you in Generation Lost. They show you the behind the scenes of what would normally not be shown in shows. In the pantomime, it's a show. It's all a show. Hold the line, does anybody want to take it anymore? No, they don't. The show must go on. The title itself already has all the information you need. The show must go on. Loop theory. Inside my heart is breaking. My makeup may be flaking. Once again, all dressed and ready for the show, you know. But my smile still stays on. With Freddie Mercury, when he sang this, probably he meant everything's coming to pieces, but I will stay strong because the show needs to go on. But with Rambo, it's more like, he doesn't have a smile on his face, but the facade stays on. Whatever happens, I'll leave it all to chance. Another heartache, another failed romance, that doesn't matter. Does anybody know what we're living for? No, there's not really much. I guess I'm learning I must be warmer now. The feeling of coming close every single time this loop happens, just that stays. The feeling of coming close to freedom. So I'll just underline this. Also be turning around the corner. That could be interpreted as many things. I don't want to go into that. Outside the dawn is breaking, but inside in the dark I'm making to be free. Oh, that's such a good line. 'Cause that kind of, how showful. When Okay, so when Generation Loss happened, they had to, while the stream happened, they had to cover up the entire mall. Just every single ounce of natural light had to be covered up in the mall, because otherwise it wouldn't be consistent or the lighting would look bad and all that stuff. So canonically, I guess Showful did have every single ounce of natural light, except for that last bit at the end, covered. So I mean, inside in the dark, I'm aching to be free. That already says a lot. Outside, the dawn is breaking. He can't see that. He's not there for the dawn. Show must go on. And my soul is painted like the wings of butterflies. This is very cool, because this makes me think, like, it's my soul. The soul that you see on screen is not genuine. It's not me. But he doesn't know that, because, But, yeah. Fairy tales of yesterday, grow but never die. That stuff. I can fly. The show must go on. I'll face it with a grin. I'm never giving in. On with the show. And yeah, this song is so cool. It fits perfectly. With the bits where I just say the lyrics and then just don't say anything about them, that's the bits where I can feel it's got something to do with Genloss, except I can't express it. I'll top the bill, I'll overkill. I have to find the will to carry on. On with the show. Show must go on. Okay. Okay, you're at the party. I'm sorry, this is a very long one, but this one is important. Important. Okay, so somebody told me, a little birdie told me, that that You're at the Party is actually in the official Genloss playlist. So that's a very pleasant surprise, because this is the basis of most of my theories. So, okay, our hand's gone from 2 to 3, now 4, you've barely slept all night, all the noise and lights and party songs next door are too much. The show is happening somewhere near him. They make you sweat, half awake, soaking wet, fever dream, people screaming bloody murder. Maybe it's real. Paint chips flaking off the neighbouring wall as the night goes on and threatens dawn, the music fills the hall. They're in your house. And this is how, probably, Showful gets people for their shows. Woo! Okay, so. This song is apparently in the Generation Zero playlist, I think. Yeah. And in Zero, I feel like Zero is supposed to take place at the same time as the social experiments and every single other generation. Generation Zero takes place throughout all of these events happening, or so it's been said by Rambo. So we might get to, find out how Showful takes these people, if my, assumptions are correct, in Generation Zero. Music fills the hall, they're in your house, you lock the door, you shut your eyes tight as your window breaks, something takes your hand. Hey, do you guys recall, in episode 3 where Rambo was like, oh, hey, yeah, something, when they called the employees things? Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't fact check me on this, but I'm pretty sure that in episode 3, Generation Loss Rambo said something at some point about one of the employees. Anyways, you don't understand, you can understand it, eyes tight, never open up. that makes me kind of think about oh god, that was terrible, about the scene where in episode 2 where Sneak tries to run and gets, how can I say it, gets restrained by all the peoples. You know? They're all like, no, stop, don't run. And he's like, no, don't do this to me. And he's like stuck and, whatever. And like, whoa. And they're like, don't worry, we'll put your mask on or whatever and brainwash you again. Yeah, so basically what I'm thinking is that in this part of the song, they're essentially shoving a mask onto someone. Too late. This entire bit just feels like it's not in the real world. Too late, you've been invited. Too late, you're at the party, the show. The party in this context, in this song, would mean the show. Too late, you've been invited. Too late, you're at the party. Wake up. Can't, because, wake up. Brain, control. And it's a place you've seen before. You've seen before you were born. Loop theory, loop theory, loop theory. When I think born in this song, I think when you woke up. So basically, they're in the show now. Now you're dancing, performing. You're with your people, the cast. You're not alone. Now you're drinking, having a party. Once again, performing. You're not alone. Too late. You are the party. You become the main character, the hero. Generational bamboo. You are the nuisance. You're not alone. It's not a nightmare. You are delightful. You're not alone. You've been invited. You're at the party. You're not alone. You've been invited. You're at the party and you notice that the sun's not rising and the birds are dead. Because maybe you're inside a place, I don't know. Or this is a warped reality or something. There's only dust on the floor where people were before and the dream won't leave your head. Dream is interesting because it might not just be a dream. It might be the show, that they break out of the show and they see it as a dream. It won't leave. You need a drink. Half empty bottles in the sink. Down the drain. Sudden rain outside alarms you. Weird. Our hand's gone. Huh. That wasn't like that. And now you're feeling strange. Now your hands grow strong, your fingers long, and your face begins to change. That makes me feel more like maybe this entire bit was the mind control. I'm not sure. Or maybe they're coming back into mind control. One of those things. You're mesmerized, you want to cover up your eyes, but they're already shut so tight. A whisper in your ear, only you can hear it. Whisper in your ear, I'm taking as, like in Let It Happen, the song that I was talking about before, the whisper in your ear, the voice in your head would be the mind control talking, the thing that controls basically what these characters or what the staff or what the cast does. Only you can hear it. Again, mind control. That's a mind control moment. Eyes shut tight, never open up. The never open up, honestly, that makes me think kind of like they aren't, it makes me think like they, oh my god, hold on. I have to think. That makes me think that the eyes being shut tight would be them not seeing their surroundings, and with them I mean the cast or the people that have been controlled. Their eyes will never open back up because they will always stay controlled. Once they are controlled, they will be forever. And even in episode 3, the way when Rambo comes into the office area there's a corkboard in the background, hidden almost, that displays the entire script of episode 3. So, never open up. Even either Hetch is really good at gaslighting, or they at least had a little bit still of control over Generation Lost Rambo and the rest of the people that were in episode 3. So they tried to make it as realistic as possible, but once you've been brainwashed, you will always be under some type of control, even if it's only a bit. Okay, and that's my theory though, so too late. You've been invited, you're at the party, and it's a place you've seen before. Loop again, blah 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 blah. Before you were born, you're at the party. It's not a nightmare. You are the uproar. All that stuff. Okay. I'm gonna look at this next couple of songs. Okay, I have to do Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I have to do that one. I'm gonna look at the next couple of songs and see which ones I'm going to kind of gloss over. Radio Gaga, I'm feeling that one is more about the maybe former glory of Shuffle, or the and how the audience wants it back, or maybe Shuffle seeing that they're declining and thinking, oh hey, wait, everybody still wants to see our stuff, And there is a bit of talk about stories happening on this radio. The main thing in this song is about how the radios, they went out of fashion or something, and when they get tired of all that visual stuff, they'll come back to it. And I think that Shuffle has that exact type of feeling towards towards their thing, Maybe they're seeing the impact of live streaming now, and they're doing their first ever live thing now. And they're like, oh, once they get tired of that, they'll come back to us, or maybe we should tap into this, and then they'll come back. The audience will come back. Because I feel like Showfall was once a very big thing, and then kind of drifted out. Also, Radio Gaga, I'm pretty sure, is also in the official Generation Lost playlist made by Rambo Live himself. So, once again, my theories might have a little bit of, of a thingy. They might be kind of accurate. I don't know. Okay. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. This one is important. This song, I think, was also in the official Generation Lost playlist. Not sure about that one, but I do know that because I am a Generation Lost nerd, I watched almost every single, I think, behind the scenes videos of the people that worked on the show, especially the ones in episode 2, on Vinny Vinesauce's channel. He made a video, or at least made a stream, plus video, with all the behind the scenes things that he had recorded while on the set of Generation Lost, and while he was walking through the mall, they were blasting Everybody Wants to Rule the World on the PA system. So, I might sound crazy, but I'm almost entirely sure that there is a confirmed thing going on with this song, and it definitely has meaning in Generation Lost. And I've been listening to this song on repeat for quite some time now, and it's just been one of the only songs I've been listening to lately. Welcome to your life, there's no turning back. Boom! Instantly, already your life in the show. Even while we sleep, even while the employees sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior, turn your back on Mother Nature. So, it's not natural to be controlled like that, or it's not natural to not have any emotion to one of the people that you're trying to save or work with to be saved die. In episode 2, when Rambo and Sneaker just stood there, and Olsen's like, why aren't you screaming? What's wrong with you guys? It's not natural. It's not natural to just stand there and be like, oh man. Okay, everybody wants to rule the world. Let's just say we live in a society. In other words, social media remains a company, remains a multi-million, probably, dollar company. So, they're gonna want to rule the world, and they probably did at some point. It's my own design, it's my own remorse, makes me think of Hetch or the founder, I don't know. Help me to decide, help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. So, help me decide, live or die. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. To make the most of something as basic as that, you would basically have to deny access to that thing for someone. So, to help Hetch or the founder make the most of freedom and of pleasure, to make that important thing, we would have to trap basically Generation Lost Rambo themselves. Nothing ever lasts forever, which is funny. This is a line that can be seen in multiple ways. Nothing ever lasts forever. Pleasure, in the bit before they said most of freedom and of pleasure, nothing ever lasts forever. The freedom and pleasure won't last forever. When Rambo saw the sun, they felt happy for the first time since they could remember. But then he was taken, and it didn't last forever, It could also be seen as nothing ever lasts forever, as in a way like the GL Rambo being in the role of the hero, which I get, because he won't be in the role of the hero anymore, because the hero character is dead. But, but I love this bit. There's a room where the light won't find you, holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. This bit. There's a room where the light won't find you. I mean, that's basically every room that GL Rambo has been in. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. Their entire world is crashing down on them, yet RGB Trio is still desperately trying to escape with each other, specifically. And then, this. So glad we've almost made it. So sad they had to... That bit is just the biggest... The best bit in all of it. So glad we've almost made it. They almost did. GL Rambo was almost there. They pressed the button and he saw the sun. He was next to the exit, except the exit sign was covered. And so they saw a different exit sign and thought that was it. And then they got caught. So sad they had to fade it, So sad social media had to deny freedom and pleasure, these basic, human, natural things, that they had to deny it from them. I can't stand this indecision. I mean, married with a lack of vision, without chat, without the audience, GL Rambo couldn't feel anything. They couldn't decide on anything. That's why in the cupboard scene of episode 2, GL Rambo just did the NPC walk. They didn't decide on which walk to do, and he chose just a jacket, which is something he already has, except in a different colour, because they couldn't choose anything that was, creative, or that would give them like creative freedom, creative liberty, anything, because they don't have freedom, because the chat, the audience wasn't deciding for them. They couldn't decide on what to do, and they couldn't do anything other than something that they already had at least some experience with. One headline, why believe it? Now, this is a very corporate thing to say, a view show for. One headline, why believe it? I don't know. Because even if word did get out, even if Genloss Rambo escaped and somehow told the world and somehow got on the news, it's only one headline. What are they going to do? They don't have proof, do they? I mean, sure, he was missing, but it's only one headline. They can stand that. They're a multi-million-dollar company. All for freedom and for pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. So good. Okay. I already explained Radio Gaga. That's already explained. Okay, the TV made me do it. This song... hold on. I have to search something for a second. Twitter... Yes, Hetchfair. Okay, so my mutual on Twitter, Hetchfair, made a post talking about how the song that he got on its Spotify Discover Weekly, I'm pretty sure. The song that Star got was this song, and it was very Genloss coded. So, I took it upon myself to look at this song and go through all of the lyrics and listen to it, and now it's, together with Everybody Wants to Rule the World, one of the only songs I listen to currently. It's really good! Okay. The TV made me do it. Already it has religious stuff, it has religious references in it, like the devil made me do it. TV equals devil in this. TV equals devil. And basically, it already has religious influences, which of course Generation Loss has a bunch of, religious undertones, all that stuff, because Rambo just can't help themselves with these things. Okay, the newspaper is gonna lose it. Whatever. The TV's talking too slick. The truth seems inconvenient. Words are changing their meaning. These two. Hold on. Truth just seems inconvenient. Why give people the truth? Why have actors that have liberty and everything when you can just do things the way you want it, precisely the way you want it? It's inconvenient to have them be basically awake. Mind control, basically. Words are changing their meaning. That's like episode 1. This is the first episode 1 mentioned in here, but on the whiteboard in episode 3, on the script for episode 1, I'm pretty sure it said 2 + 2 = 3 or something like that. I can't remember, but it's from this book called 1980 something. And basically, I'm pretty sure the book is about this society in which people have lost all freedom of speech and freedom in general. I'm pretty sure, don't fact check me on this, but I kind of read something about it, I don't know. And words are changing their meaning. Episode 1, I feel in this book, basically certain words could mean different things. So if one word is said, it could mean happy, it could mean sad, it could mean food, literally. And in episode 1, in episode 3 on the whiteboard, it said, I'm pretty sure 2 + 2 = 3 or something like that, just incorrect plus some. And that is from the book. And everybody is like forced to believe this false truth or whatever. And so basically episode 1 entirely is a reference to that book, probably, I'm thinking. Of course, there's a lot of references in episode 1, like Nightmare on Elm Street, I think. I don't know what the wall was from again, the rubber wall with the hands and stuff, but it is from an old school horror movie, and of course the German dollhouse. I mean, go on. Cabin in the Woods as well. But there's a lot of references in episode 1. But yeah, so this is one of the references, and the word slime for Charlie Slime School is a buzzword for multiple things. So and like we know now that the slime, every single ounce of slime that was used in the show was, without the filter, blood. So again, you know, slime can be seen as multiple things. Our contestant is running out of slime. I mean slime. He could, you know, be trying to say something else. But we don't know. All we heard was slime and time, and it sounds the same, so ha ha ha, funny. And slime is also blood. So, you know, makes more sense than believing. I'm just losing my reason. It makes more sense to believe the false truth. Also, this song is entirely, I'm pretty sure the meaning behind this song, not in Generation Lost context, is about conservatives again and their conspiracy theories, just like crisis actors. And you know, all that stuff, all that fun silly stuff. The believing the false truth, or believing something's up, or one of those things, makes more sense than believing the false truth, believing these conspiracy theories makes more sense than believing just the truth, basically. And that is, once again, the mind control. Okay, what's the point in saving your soul if no one ever dies? I mean, no one ever dies in the shows, so why would they need the hero or any of the other characters to act like angels when they won't go to heaven either way? It doesn't matter. So, yeah. What's the matter with taking control of someone else's life? I mean, I wonder what that's referencing. I don't even have to say anything about that. That's just straight up, flat out Genloss. All your moments are bought and sold. Once again, just flat out, it's showful media. You can't do much about it. It's just showful. That's it. You know? All of your moments, every single waking moment that you spend on this earth is bought and sold as entertainment by this company. Basically. He always was an angel, the TV made him do it. Also, the TV made him do it. It's funny because in the scenes where Hetch shows up, of course, he is in a TV. Ha! Isn't that funny? Isn't that silly? Ha ha. There. Perfect. This is Hetch. FYI. Okay. He always was an angel, the TV made him do it. Him could be referencing GL Rambo. The news station's gone hard left. This is conservatives, like, complaining about the left taking over or whatever the hell. The government made them do it. You know, all that stuff. I mean, again, I feel like Showfall is just really one of those typical conservative, or like, well, not conservative necessarily, but just a typical multi-million-dollar company. Like, oh yeah, we love gay people, but only for Pride Month. You know, those types. So every single one of them. So, you know, they would probably internally care about this. Computer waves got my mind's eye. Radio impulses every night. Radio impulses. I mean, this is about people being basically brainwashed by people complaining about the media when they are the media as well. Once again, conservatives. Believing all of these people claiming that the media is false when they are the media, and that the world is being taken over by the radical left, but again, it's something brainwashing something into doing something, if you catch my drift. Radio impulses every night. I mean, come on, dude, he's literally being controlled with technology. Of course he's going to get radio impulses every night. Makes more sense than believing. I've just gone off the deep end. What's the point in saving your soul if no one ever dies? What's the matter with taking control of someone else's life? All your memories are bought and sold. The TV made him do it. Blah, 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 blah. This bit, by the way, isn't in there. It just says it one time. I know that because I look at the lyrics when I sing along to things. Shut up early at the Capitol. This is all just Trump stuff. We were following orders by the president and his owners. Wore the mask of a movement. That's an interesting bit. Wore the mask of a movement. We were following orders. So if people are made to believe enough that they are doing the right thing, they will do it. Kind of ties in, with the whole social experiment thing, because we are the social experiment. The audience is not Rambo. It wasn't ever Rambo's thing. It was the audience that was being tested. And wore the mask of a movement. I mean, that could mean many things. The TV made us do it. Once again, placing your blame onto something higher up than you. Okay. What's the point in saving yourself? No one ever does. What's the point in selling your soul when no one's gonna buy it? This is new. What's the matter with taking a toll if it ain't us who pays it? So, what's the point in selling your soul when no one's gonna buy it? There is something in there. Once again, with many of these songs, I can feel there's something in there, but I can't get it out. I know there's something, but I can't think of what it is. What's the matter with taking a toll if it ain't us who pays it? That's, I feel like, just generational Rambo. You know, taking this burden upon themselves. And Showfall is making them do this, but they're not the one who pays the toll, you know? Because they're a big company, whatever. They don't get any consequences. If we're made in God's image, the devil made him do it. That, I feel like, once again, I feel like there's something with that, but I can't think of it. Blah, 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 blah. TV made me do it. Really good song. I love that song. And now, the very last song of them all, Friends in Low Places by Worthy Kids, which is, you know, they made Big Top Burger. This song is about Big Top Burger, and it's about Chase Ray from Big Top Burger, but I know it's connecting two online things together, but, you know, I couldn't help myself. Anyways, Friends in Low Places. This is about Chase Ray from Big Top Burger. He is a silly little character. zombie kind of, he calls him, he's called like the Watcher or whatever, and he basically keeps an eye out for people that are kind of strange, bending the fabric of reality, and he imprisons them. And I mean, he doesn't do this for himself, he does this for a company or whatever, like a underground zombie thing. I don't know. I've watched Big Top Burger, that's what I can get from it. But basically, in Old Venezia, I made my trade. You know, it's called Cesare, it's Italian, obviously. Selling marionettes in my ramshackle place. Marionettes. Okay, this song I'm seeing from Hetch's story. Maybe Hetch's backstory, I don't know. It kind of overlaps with Rambu's, but, you know, whatever. Selling marionettes. Marionettes are puppets made to control, to make shows. Huh. Interesting. Anyways, on that hallowed night when I lost my life, all I remember was the gleam of the knife. The dude died. I vanished with no traces, and now he's got friends in low places. Friends could be maybe, you know, the cast, the employees of Showful, all that stuff. I wasn't missed or mourned. My body never found. Interesting. But I made new friends here underground. Underground could be referencing to the mall. New friends could be, once again, referencing to the cast and the team. I was chosen for a second chance at life. A second chance at life. Both happening to Rambu and Hetch, I am assuming, because this song is just entirely my own brain making things up to try and think about Genloss more. I am the Watcher now, I watch for all of time. He's the Watcher, you know, he watches, he peeps, he peeks, and he picks little fellas out, and he, oh my god, there's a mosquito in my room. I'm sorry. He is the Watcher. He watches for all of time. For all of time is specifically something. Obviously, for all of time could mean loop theory. Again. Face off with the faceless. Faceless? Who's faceless? I don't know. Maybe the Showful employees? And also Rambu? Huh? Also, faceless could mean basically anyone who doesn't have their own personality or doesn't, you know, have their own, like, thing going on. They aren't themselves. Wonder who that could be. Literally the entire cast of Generation Loss, perhaps, maybe? I don't know. Face off with them, I mean, once again, is Hetch, you know. Just another one in a long line of no ones. One of many replacements. One of millions, as they might say. Like in the trailer for Generation... Oh my god, the mosquito's gone. For Generation Loss. One of millions. I'm sorry, I'm looking around in my room to see if I can find him. He was sat on my wall and now he's gone. Oh, I fucking hate mosquitoes. Whatever. Anyways. With my friends in low places. I vanish with no traces. I've got friends in no places. Oh, just another one in a long line of no ones. Face off with the faces. With my friends in low places. I'm done. Okay. So. I didn't do Radio Gaga because I didn't feel like it. I've still got that blondie next to me from 2.5 hours ago. I still have taken only a minuscule bite out of it. I'm really fucking hungry and I'm tired and I want to watch JRWI. So, also everybody left. And I don't care about it at all because I know my besties will watch it after I end and after they wake up. So, oh my god. Well, I hope the people that are watching this, you know, eventually at some point because there's no one watching right now. I'm sorry, it's really funny. I hope that you who are watching this, if you made it to the end, probably not, but if you did, I hope you had a fun time and maybe had also some epiphanies like me when it comes to Genloss theories. This is literally my entire thing. Oh my god, he's on my mic. The mosquito. Is he sitting there? Hold on. Oh my god, he is. What the hell? Where'd he go? Okay, so he was sitting on my microphone, and then he flew up and disappeared. So now I don't know where he is. I was trying to end stream. I'm sorry. I'm done. I've done my thing. And for all of the enjoyers who are still here, who are still silly and stay silly, you know, I will draw a little. Hold on. No, that's bad. I will draw a little fella for you guys. Wait. Meep, 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 meep. I usually don't ever draw like this, but I was planning on drawing someone else, and then I thought, actually, to keep it on, the streams thing, I will draw Generationless Rambo, because otherwise that would be, it would make no sense. Ew. No. No, that fits better. Okay, so for the people that were still watching the stream or the fold or the video or whatever, I made this little doodle for you, just a little panicky guy that's, doomed by the narrative, as they say. Oh my god, there's one person in here, that's crazy. I'm ending stream. That's not good. Silly little guy, doomed by the narrative, all that stuff. Hope you like my 2.5 hour long rant about all of these songs, not even my entire playlist in Generationless. And they left. Not even my entire playlist. Hope you enjoyed, I guess, if there's anyone watching. And for my lovely people that also like JRWI, I will sketch a little Gillian Tide Strider because that is the only guy I can currently think about. I know I made my entire brand being a Generationless fanatic, but I have started watching JRWI, and honestly, I can't stop thinking about Gillian Tide Strider, Champion of the Undersea, all that stuff. So for the real ones, hold on. For the real ones, as they say, have this little guy. Just, as a gift. Ew. I say ew a lot when I mess up. Hold on. Nope. Oh my god. Drawing a mouth on this guy is so hard because it doesn't feel like him. I guess that works. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the stream or video or whatever the hell. I sure had a good time because I got to talk about my interests and I got to make myself very exhausted and hungry. So that's great. Anyways, see you someday. I don't know when I'll stream again, but I will one day, so I'll see you then. If you listen very well, you might hear how tired I am by my voice. And by tired, I don't mean physically tired, I mean just, like, I'm done. I'm done. I don't feel exhausted, I don't feel tired as in I need to go to bed. I'm just like, I need to end stream now. But I'm drawing Gideon Tides Charter, so I can't right now. Hold on. Almost done, almost done, almost done. I need to add a massive fucking tail to him, otherwise he's not Gideon Tide Strider, otherwise he's just some fish guy without a tail. And that would suck. Oh, to be a fish man without a tail. That was strange. That's how I act usually. I wonder if I should be like that in streams more often. If I should, like, make weird voices and shit, like I do usually, you know? Like, to my mother or something. Anyways, he's done. He's done, and I'm done, and we're all done, and everyone's done, and we're done. See you some other day. Goodbye. I'm gonna eat my brownie that my mother gave me.